Superman Unlimited issue 13, Dan Slott writing and Lucas Meyer on the art. All right, we got to talk about this. We got to. So, I want to say up front, I'm mostly enjoying the issue still, right? I'm still enjoying the basic plot of what's going on with the monkey and like the clones and like, oh, we're having to solve this. That's all fine. But this Tomorrow Man, John, like, so. Remember last issue, I had a major complaint about why isn't old John just telling Lois who he is, right? Why is he hiding it in this weird way? It doesn't make any sense to me. This issue made it even worse, where early on, there's a couple of lines, particularly from old John, where he said something like, oh, like, you know, I'm not here. This is this John's timeline, which almost made me think, oh, wait, are we in the past? Did he, like, return them to, like, soon after he left? No, I know the answer's no. Yeah. I'm getting to that. But for a split second, I thought, oh, maybe that's what they're suggesting here. Maybe that's why he's having to keep his face hidden and so on. But then within like 2 pages, Lois is mentioning being the editor-in-chief of Daily Planet. Other like present-day continuity things start coming up. And I'm like, no, I was right the first time. This is just present day. And everything to do with this hiding of who he is and protect, like the way he talks about Lois in his narration is like, oh, she won't understand. What do you mean she won't understand? She knows exactly who you are. She's not going to be confused. She's Superman's wife. Yeah. She's been dealing with this weird shit for years at this point. Yes. I don't understand why you're not just telling her, goddammit.
This John is not from the future. He's in his present.
This is his timeline. Yes, this is his world.
Yes. Do you tell Mom he appeared? And I even forget how he appeared, right? At this point. There were too many comics.
It was the fourth dimensional thing that pulled him out of the volcano and gave him.
Right.
Yeah.
And you explain that to her. Be like, hey, we're having some, you know, Mixapidalic. He likes to come and mess with Dad. Well, there's a fourth dimensional version that he's afraid of, and he's messing with some stuff where we're going to figure it out. But just watch little me for right now. And you know what? Lois would be like, that's not even the weirdest thing that's happened this week.
Yeah, I think if he just, it would actually, I think it would be more interesting if she just knew everything about him hiding who he is for some reason as Tomorrow Man is just weird, confusing, and I'm like, what's the purpose of it? Like, if eventually there's an unmasking, what do you think she's going to be confused? No, she's going to be like, yeah, oh, I was wondering where the present day version of you was. Why have you not been around the last 3 weeks?
Well, and just the way too that he even says that it's his timeline, and I can't, you know, I can't look her in the face. And then afterwards, there's 2 of us.
But it's not his timeline
again. Yeah, it's not. You are in your timeline, and again, she's already accepted that you've been aged up and all this other stuff. Again, she can do both. Like he's discounting his mom so much, and I hate the Tomorrow Man design. However, I do like how he says why he is Tomorrow Man, because he's literally the man of tomorrow now, because young version's him. But I don't think
Matt, that would make more sense if he was actually from the future relative to the rest of the story. But it's his present day, so it doesn't make sense.
Yes, I know. So again, I like in theory that stuff. But again, the suit design, I'm covering his face. It feels very 90s in a non-complimentary way. And yeah, I'm not liking any of this. I was enjoying this book, but...
Well, that's the thing that's so weird about it, is that I'm still enjoying the rest of the issue. There's just this one glaring problem in the middle that is being created for seemingly no reason. Because normally when there's a problem, it's usually like, oh, they have to justify this plot point that I don't like. But I understand why they did it, because they think this plot's a good idea. I actually still, at this point, do not understand why this problem has been created. I get why he's hiding it from his younger self, right? Because that would maybe be confusing to him. Sure. But why he's hiding it from Lois or anyone else who knows who he is really weird and doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so the whole opening of this is that Beppo and Beppo are hanging out. I had to really think about the names there for a second. I don't want to cross the streams when I'm saying these names. And Bibbo's like feeding him food, and Bibbo's been in a lab being experimented on. And when two of the clone scientists show up and he sees them, he immediately remembers all the bad things they did to him in a lab, and he goes, well, he goes bananas, if, no pun intended.
Also, Bibbo gives him a Superman shirt for no reason besides he just gives the monkey a shirt, which I think is hilarious.
I mean, if you're trying to tell me that all of his spare shirts are all Superman shirts, I guess I believe you, given his characterization.
Yeah. He goes, here you go, bud. And just puts the shirt on over the collar, which is funny. And then also when the bad guys show up, they go to stab him, and right, because he's now got Kryptonian powers, the knife breaks. But I was like, damn, Slott, you're really getting dark here. You're having him try to murder this poor monkey.
Yeah, well, they murder Bibbo, though. He gets shot. Now, he turns out to be alive later in the issue, of course, but he does take a bullet and he goes down and he looks pretty dead. And I was, oh, damn, that's going to be very pissed. His favourite D-listers died.
Yeah, no, I had faith in Beppo. He's going to give Bibbo the reason to live.
Yeah. The D in D-list stands for death.
I will say I do love Lucas Meyer's art on the page where they're like, oh, he'll get our set and he'll remember us. And then we get all of Beppo's memories of the experiments, and the way that he breaks it up with the chains that are coming off of the neck, off of the collar and stuff. And everything's bathed in that kryptonite green. It looks really good.
Yep. So young John's having a nightmare about Ultraman in the volcano, right? And this is the part of this that I quite liked, is that Lois comes running in the room and he's having this nightmare, kicking and screaming, and she points out that she can't get close to him because he's got super strength. So he might break her in half or break the bed in half, and she has to just kind of stay back. And she's like, God damn it, I could really, because this was the other thing, is if for a second, if you thought, oh, is this set in the past? And it's like, oh damn, I wish Superman was here. Nope, that's right now. Superman's missing right now. That's absolutely right now in the timeline. So yeah, old John's off saving a boat of people who are being terrorized or something.
I do think it's funny that when he shows up, they all start handing him the wallets, because in Metropolis, heroes don't wear masks.
Yep.
So if you wear a mask, you must be a bad guy. So I thought that was real funny.
Yep. And then he flies off. Lois whistles for help. Old John's on his way to help, but he notices Krypto's on his way, so he's like, oh, Krypto can take care of whatever this is first, and I'll get these boat of people to safety. So Krypto comes in and calms down young John, lies on top of him. It's a whole pleasant thing. Yeah.
He's still suspicious of him, though, because, yes, he's sitting on him, but Krypto's still, baring his teeth, right? And then when Tomorrow Man John comes in, he, nuzzles up to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right, but there's a clear hint later on, actually, about something that might be going on here, and weirdly, actually, might justify Damien's mistrust last issue as well.
Okay.
But yeah, for some reason, old John is still, being all mysterious and not telling Lois who he is, which, again, I've already complained about why that frustrated me, but it still does.
I also forgot all the pouches that he has. I forgot he's straight from the 90s.
Yeah, what's he keeping in the pouch? He's not Batman.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's very funny. Why? What is with the thigh belt of pouches, bud? What are we doing? Funny.
Yep. Lois has a call with her team, including what's the ape's name again?
Tina.
Thank you. Tina. And then who pretends to be offended when Lois asks if, hey, can you figure out a way to talk to the monkey?
It's a good joke. It's a good joke.
But yeah, so the Johns go out to do some superheroing, and meaning go after the monkey and try and bring him in safely and all that. So we get a little bit of action there. The monkey's not happy, though, because they're kind of helping some of the clones who are lying injured, so he takes that to mean, oh, you're helping the bad men, so you must be bad. So a little bit of a fight plays out between them. But notably, Bippo the monkey bites old John, and John feels the pain from this. Now, part of this, of course, is because he has Kryptonian strength, and I did like the detail here actually that John points out in his narration is that on Earth, monkeys are stronger than humans. So by comparison, a Kryptonian powered monkey is a little bit stronger than a Kryptonian person. So I thought, okay, that's an interesting little detail to bring up. But although admittedly, I actually didn't know that monkeys were strong. I know chimps are definitely stronger than humans.
Yeah,
but those aren't monkeys.
It is one of those things that the bigger the monkey, though, too. Yeah, I mean, there's proportionally,
because there's definitely there's small monkeys though that I'm pretty sure I could take in a fight.
Yes, absolutely. But you start getting to the gibbons. Well, gibbons an ape, but you get to some of the other ones, like a howler monkey or whatever, and they're going to be strong.
Yeah.
You have a hard time holding them down.
It was just an interesting.
I did like that.
Yeah, it was just an interesting idea to me that, like, if you have an animal with Kryptonian abilities, but that animal is a much bigger, stronger animal to begin with, then it means that they're, stronger. I don't know if it's like maybe like a multiplier type of effect or just like that same sort of difference at a much higher level, but either way.
It's still proportional, Just imagine your cats with Kryptonian powers.
Oh, geez.
How much more of a menace they would be. Yeah.
That doesn't bear thinking about. Yeah. So anyway, monkey bites old John, and old John realizes that these powers are in some way infused by kryptonite, right? So because he's like, I recognize this pain, that those kryptonites went into my blood. Luckily, it's kind of synthetic, so it doesn't last as long, and he knows it'll go away. It's fine. But this was the hint here, because young John kind of gets angry, and he gets bit by the monkey as well, and he just gets angry and goes full red face, red eyes. You should be afraid of me, and starts hitting the monkey. And ultimately, old John has to tell him to sort of calm down and say that he doesn't deserve to be hurt. He's he's just scared and reacting as he should. And I was thinking here there might be a little bit of a reveal later about who this other John is, that it's not actually the younger version of main John. Particularly the way that he reacts to the kryptonite, because they specifically showed his Ultraman earlier, and Ultraman doesn't get hurt by kryptonite. So I'm wondering if this is like a weird, like, I don't know, Earth 3 version of John or something like that.
I mean, he can't. He's having nightmares. Here's the one thing with that though. He's having nightmares of the volcano, right?
Yes.
So that would make him. He would have to be our main John.
Well,
unless
it means he thinks he's our main John, but
that's true.
But what if he is being like cloned on Earth 3 or something like that, and this isn't actually the young version of John?
Yeah, because he's from that fourth dimensional demon guy. I mean, fourth dimensional usually is time type stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's a younger Ultraman as well, because we do know the Ultraman does look like Clark, right? So a younger version of him. It's the way that John also yells, "You should be afraid of me."
Yes.
And I'm stronger than anyone. That is decidedly not John. I don't care how much time in the volcano. That is different characterization than we've ever seen.
It's definitely a clue for sure, and I think because maybe after real John got taken, rescued effectively, maybe Ultraman's like, oh, I'm going to clone myself because I like the idea of having a protege, and he was still training him the same way that he was trying to break the real John. So that's why he has the same nightmares and experiences, because he's been raised as such. I don't know, like it could go a number of different ways.
I didn't pick up that the kryptonite bite almost supercharged him.
Yeah,
Ultraman is powered by kryptonite.
Yeah, it just made him angrier.
Yeah.
So
that is curious.
Yeah. So something's afoot there. Anyway, they have Bibbo's in hospital and he's fine. So he gets on a hologram call to show the monkey that he's okay, and that's kind of it. However,
I do love that Bippo and Beppo are best friends now. That makes my heart so warm. Like, he is showing the monkey, hey bud, look, I'm okay.
It's so hard to talk about them though, because I keep wanting to swap because I'm like Bippo and Beppo. No, that's not right. One's Bibbo, the other one's Beppo.
Bibbo, yes.
But I'm like Bibbo and Bebbo. No, that's not right. Getting tongue tied.
And then also all the other creatures that were being experimented on. You got a mandrill, which has it's the baboon with the colorful face, and a full-on gorilla. and there's this image of Tomorrow Man John carrying them up, and it made me laugh. And I don't know why it made me laugh, but it was just the way that he has them all stacked with one another, you know. And then we see them surrounding John here at the end, which I thought was a nice, you know, a nice ending for him.
Well,
but,
I mean, the end of the issue basically is like hammering home those teases that we were talking about, where old John kind of notices, hey, this John's way more broken than I was, and I have no idea what he's going to do next when he's angry. So, and he's got an eyebrow raised, which I think, you know, even the character at the end of the issue is like, there's something else going on here, which is fine.
Yeah.
I am okay with the plot with the monkey. I liked all that stuff. I like this, you know, and admittedly, it's a bit stupid of the scientists. Hey, we're trying to give a monkey Kryptonian powers, but we're going to mistreat him so badly that when he does have those Kryptonian powers, he's going to tear us to shreds because we've earned it. So that was not too bright on their part. But like, I like that plot. I like this idea of the young John maybe not being quite what he seems. I just can't get over this weird, stupid, I have to be Tomorrow Man and hide my face from everyone. Because it doesn't even feel like just Lois at this point. It's like, no, everyone. I have to hide my face and just be a complete mystery as if I don't belong in this timeline anymore.
We can't have two Johns running around. People will get confused.
Oh, God, more Johns than a regular night at the brothel.
There you go.
So that weird. It's like that. It's like any kind of writing trope where, like, you know, like you've watched 100 TV shows and so many of them, and inevitably a character says, especially in superhero stuff. I'll use a superhero example. Oh, I can't tell the person I love that I'm really the superhero because that'll put them in danger, and it's like that makes no sense. But people just keep using that trope over and over again to justify why a character never does it. That's what this feels like to me. There's like no good reason why he's hiding his face from his own mother, but we're just kind of like, he just says something vague about, oh, well, there can't be two Johns, and we're just supposed to accept, like, but she knows you. She remembers you growing up. She's seen you. She's spent many a dinner with you. And she's given you advice. She knows who you are. So that one detail is really just like this, like, noose around this arc right now for me. That's really annoying me. But otherwise, I'm enjoying everything else that's going on.
Also, all his pockets. It's really bothering me. He's not Cable. All right, you're John Kent.
I have to assume.
Oh my God! But
I'm thinking about what's in the pockets. You go on. What is it?
I said that is Cable's origin, though. Is that he was the son of Cyclops and not Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor, which is a clone of Jean Grey. And he got brought to the future, and then he comes back. So he's also Nate Summers, and there was two of them running around at one point. Slott's getting messy with this type of stuff in a way that only 90 Comics could. So I guess the costume is an homage to that, I could say. But yeah, no, this is very, you know, very Cable-like is not a compliment. You know?
I mean, I agree. It's not a compliment. Yeah. But enjoying everything else in there. It was still a fun read. It's just that one stupid detail.
Tina's fake out about being upset that Lois assumed she could speak monkey. I thought that was a good joke. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah. Or well, it wasn't even that she could speak it. It's just that you can figure out a way to communicate. So if anything, it was more like, no, because you're smart and know how to do stuff, but whatever. Anyway, pleasant enough otherwise, and I'm still enjoying the overall sort of vibe of the book, but this weird Tomorrow Man stuff, like, I think I'll just be happy once this reign of the Superboys little period has come to an end, is my thinking. Yeah. Which we know is coming soon. We know that's going to be around this crossover that's coming in August is going to be where it's wrapped up by then, so not too long to put up with it, at least. What are you giving Superman Unlimited issue 13?
I'm going to give this a straight 7.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think I agree with a 7.